I love astronomy. What most people take away from that phrase is, oh, so he likes to learn about space and stars and planets. When I first realized I was interested in astronomy, perhaps that's what it felt like. From grade 6 through grade 8, I spent large portions of my spare time watching hours and hours of YouTube videos about Pluto and black holes and the Big Bang. At this point, it seemed like a hobby. Since I came to ESA, the phrase I love astronomy has come to mean much more. Yeah. In grade 9, Mr. Berry introduced me to the simple but effective method of asking why, and then, upon consideration of the answer, asking why once again. One can continue to ask why until it can no longer be asked, or until the answer is unknown. There are lines, it's kind of a flowchart thing. The lines are black, but you would be able to see them. So there you go. Either case opens up room to progress. This process resonated within me. It made sense. It was clearly reflective of the scientific method and how science has progressed throughout the ages. After that, I began realizing that science pertained quite well to the way my brain works. It's likely that this realization made me more inclined to think in a scientific, rational way. Eventually, after making art about various things and getting to know myself in a clearer way, it was time to apply the why method to myself as a whole. The conclusion I came to is one fact that still to this day explains a lot of the ways I experience the world, both day to day and in the bigger picture. I have a constant desire to understand things. This can more simply be described as curiosity. It explains why I fell in love with science. The purpose of science as a system of belief is searching for answers, and where it doesn't provide one with answers, it gives the tools to ask the right questions. In the past year, I made 3 films that I feel encapsulate this period of my life. The basis of these works is a formula I created for myself to help me figure things out and push my life forward using art as the mechanism. Developing my understanding of concepts within and around us by making connections to scientific concepts that I'm already familiar with. This sentence is quite cluttered, so to simplify it, I use a phrase from the Catholic prayer, Our Father. Thus, the title of my films is On Earth as It Is in Heaven. It holds a hint of irony, given the purely scientific drive behind my art. This is me choosing to acknowledge the religious roots of science, realizing that logic and faith were once indistinguishable. It's also a remnant of the period in my life where, as science became increasingly dominant, I had to come to terms with my Catholic upbringing. So, in this way, Earth is myself and others, and heaven is the cosmos. I'll show the films now. So I see these films almost as a guide, each one displaying my interpretation of how I exist in a given scenario. The first shows me and another human being. The audio, taken from NASA, is derived from data showing interactions between Saturn and one of its moons. The second film displays myself, or perhaps myself and I. The audio is essentially sounds of the sun, also taken from NASA. The third film is myself and the world, or myself and those around me. It's an attempt to encapsulate the overwhelming beauty of the solar system and its place in the universe in a personal way. The audio of this film is very important to me, and it requires some explanation. Slide. The Voyager 1 spacecraft was launched in 1977 to explore the outermost planets of our solar system. That's a photo of it right there. It was ultimately left to voyage out into interstellar space indefinitely. On the spacecraft was a golden record, which you can see here, containing sounds of the Earth, readings in 55 different human languages, and music from around the world. This was humanity giving itself to the universe, letting the cosmos know we are here, and this is who we are. With this series, I attempted to do the same. Let the world know I'm here, and this is who I am. The audio you hear is on this golden record, and simply put, it's the melody of the solar system. Each frequency you hear is derived from the orbits of each planet around the sun. My art reflects who I am in more ways than I can explain. Where I think super rationally and may put my emotions aside, my art seems cold, but only on the surface, a result of it being in a state of contemplation. Where I may seem to be a confusing creature, my art, ambiguous at a glance, can be broken down to reveal every detail. And most importantly, my art shows a comforting state of understanding, something that drives me as an everlasting objective in my life. The On Earth as It Is in Heaven series has done a lot for me. I've gotten to know myself much more thanks to my art, but such is the nature of science, every answer to every question reveals bundles of new mysteries yet to be solved. This doesn't discourage me. Instead, knowing that I'll always have the opportunity to learn more is what inspires me. I feel a sense of pressure and duty to fulfill my potential, a potential which grows larger with every opportunity I'm given in my life. ESA Contemporary Art is the most significant of these, and I'll be forever grateful of what the community has done and will continue to do for me. To not strive to be the greatest human being I can be would bring me the deepest sense of regret in my future, so I refuse to be complacent. The next step for me is to push the limits of my art and my relationship with the viewer by giving more of myself in each piece. The more I invest in my art, the more I can expect to get out of it. I view the more distant future with little precision, and I expect my foresight will not grow clearer, yet I move forward with comfort and excitement, knowing that I'll always have my art to evolve alongside and within me.